Must be the money!
It must be the money today. This is Bloom's Room. I'm Grooney. That's Jeremy Bloom.
How you doing?
Gentlemen, today we have our board personnel, Michael. Gentlemen.
It's a shame that McSwiggan isn't here to take up the whole show for us.
Yeah, thank God.
I miss you, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's messed up.
Yeah, but you know, I need my fame sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't always be about McSwiggan. Anyway,
really?
Gentlemen, today, well, two things. You know, it's a sad day. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. But there is controversy on the track with Tony Stewart.
Good tie-in there, Bernie.
Yeah, a lot of death going on.
Oh, that's terrible.
They, like we said, Tony Stewart.
Oh yeah, Kevin Ward.
Not even ready.
Oh, that's it.
This is our preparation process.
Sorry about that. Tony Stewart accidentally ran over Kevin Ward Jr. Kevin Ward got out of his car. I guess he went down to wave.
Yeah, he's pointing his finger at Stewart because he thinks he crashed into him on purpose.
And then Tony Stewart accidentally runs over Kevin Ward Jr. Jeremy, what's your opinion about this?
Well, thank you, Grooney, for the little. He's getting better, isn't he?
A little intro transition there. He's a pro.
I know. Well, you know, I don't get it. Like, I mean, I don't think he hit him on purpose. If he did, he's just freaking psychotic. But you know, if you could see like in the video, the track is kind of poorly lit. He had dark clothes on, but you know, and he says like in Stewart's defense, he shouldn't have got out of that car and ran on the track. You know, those things are going 150 miles an hour. I mean, even on the track like that, you should know what the hell's going on. I mean, when I saw the video, I was stunned. Like I've never seen anybody die, literally, like anything except for my grandparents. But he literally like, I mean, that video
I'm saying like you should like ask someone who was there, like when the car fell, you know, like that.
It's one of those things. I'm like, I thought to myself, did that really happen? Like, there's some things in the world I've never thought I'd see. Like, first of all, you with a girl, but.
Well, I mean, it's not the first thing. Like Gail Earnhardt Sr.
Yeah, but I mean that was like literally like but this guy like got out of his car and got tattooed by another car.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I didn't hear about this till like the other day. I was stunned.
Even in like the professional sport of NASCAR too.
Yeah.
You shouldn't get out of the car.
Right. I mean that's number one.
Rule number one.
Yeah. Really. Right. Like, but no, like I mean, you know.
Not that okay.
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I thought they said they had put a caution flag out for that. But like, I mean, you could tell in the video, like one guy tried, I think he saw him swerving to avoid him.
Yeah.
But like, Stewart, I mean, you know, listen, that's a judgment call for realistic. Come on, let's be honest. You know, if you see somebody coming at you, you're driving 150 miles per hour. How the hell are you going to avoid that? Like, I mean, first of all, you know, those things are a dangerous weapon anyway to begin with. But you know, what can you do? I mean, they're going around a dirt track like that. I mean, if you're going to brake like that, it's going to take you at least 5 minutes to brake that thing, even have them. People stop, you know, and it's one of those things. I'm like, wow, like
dirt track.
Yeah, like I mean, I feel horrible, but I'm like, what can you do? Like, I mean, is there gonna be like charges against this guy? Like, I mean, I guess if there is gonna be something, what is it gonna be like criminally negligent homicide? I don't know how that crap works, but
I don't know.
it just seems terrible. I think so, right? Because like, what can you like say that would like? I mean, you can't charge this guy with like murder. It's not like Aaron Hernandez where he literally killed a guy on purpose.
I don't think anyone thinks they did it on purpose.
No, I don't either, but I'm like, well, what can you do?
It didn't look very good, though.
No, I mean, they were saying, like, I was seeing stuff afterwards, like, Stewart looked like he looked terrible. He felt remorseful about it. I mean, if he's out on the track smiling when it's over, then you know something's wrong, right? I mean, seriously, right? Like, he feels horrible, right?
Himself out of the race the next day.
Well, I would. I mean, you can't. This guy's going to have to keep a low profile for a while here because I don't think this guy's career is going to be much longer than this, but. You know, I mean, I know there's been a big deal, like, he had a reputation, he's kind of like, you know, like a tough guy, like, where he's like it's kind of like a bully kind of thing, like, he does that. But I'm like, he's not going to kill somebody, for Christ's sake. I mean, you're not going to attract people, wait, so who can I run over to?
Well, the whole bullying thing reminds me of the whole Richie Incognito Jonathan Martin.
Well, I don't think this is as bad as that was, but.
Well, you know, the NFL just got a lot of heat for that, too.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably a lot more than that.
Well, I mean, Jonathan Martin was like, oh, I'm going to commit, like, suicide.
Yeah, well, I mean,
sorry about that.
See,
like,
no, I
mean,
mean, that's a hard subject, but, like, you know, but if you're gonna be a football player like that, I mean, that's a good segue to the bowling thing, but like, you know, if you're gonna be a football player, you can't just sit there and start whining. If you're gonna be an offensive lineman in the NFL, you're out there to pay to protect quarterback, you're out there to kick somebody's ass. It's plain and simple. If you can't do that, you don't belong out there to begin with.
Right,
You're gonna
but
cry
what goes
because
on-
somebody punched you, give me a break.
What goes on, like, the backstage area is like totally different.
Right, I mean, we don't see everything that goes on.
I've heard so many,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna, like, jump into wrestling though, but, like,
No,
I've
no.
heard so many, like,
We got
you
2 more
know,
seconds.
there's
Wrap it up.
so many, like, I've seen, like, videos of, like, former past wrestlers talk about bullying incidents in, like, wrestling too.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Listen, there's a lot more things like any sport. Literally, I mean, I still consider wrestling a sport. I give it
Oh,
this.
yeah.
You know, there's those things behind the scenes. You don't
Not
see
like
that.
that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But you don't see a lot of that stuff because they don't want you to see that. I mean, that's something like you don't
Like,
ever get to
listening-
see what happens in the clubhouse, the baseball. You
I love listening
know,
to, like, the stories,
Yeah.
of, like, what
well, that's
that-
fun.
or like ex-employees, like actually talking about
Right,
the company,
right.
just because they're mad that they got fired.
Right, I know. They're gonna say something here about.
Oh, they were
it,
like,
something
oh,
else.
Triple H was so bad.
Yeah.
JBL was a bully. Like, you know,
Right.
he would like bully people.
No, I
and,
know.
you
I mean,
know,
I
like,
mean,
listen to Simon Dean shoot on bullying.
oh,
It's like-
Simon Dean, I remember that
Yeah,
guy.
that guy. He's got stories.
Oh, I know. You know, I'd actually like to see what it's like to be in the locker room with Brady and Belichick. That'd actually be interesting. Would you like to see that?
I would love that. It's like my porn.
But what if you? I love it. But what if you were like the
like-
one? What if you were like getting bullied by Belichick?
I don't
Brady?
care.
Yeah,
I would
okay.
take it.
Yeah, I
would
love
take
it.
No, if they ever did like Hard Knocks, like I would.
I don't think they would do it there. It's too
Oh,
classy.
I know.
They're a top team. Like Hard Knocks.
But it's never gonna happen.
No, they won't do that. It's like the
Alright,
Bengals, the
Jared,
Bengals
well-
around there.
Speaking of depth, we like to say rest in peace to Robin Williams. What do you think your favorite movie is?
Oh my God.
Robin Williams.
You can ask me that. Oh my God. Well, I like 2 movies. One of my favorites is, I know you guys are a little younger than I am, but you ever seen Good Morning Vietnam?
Yeah, I like that one.
He was really cool in that movie. Like, he was a DJ in that movie, like in Vietnam, and I thought that was really cool. But
It was a good movie.
I mean, there was a couple I didn't like. I'm not gonna say that.
I did not like Bicentennial
Oh
Man.
God, that doesn't count. But I think my favorite. Oh my
Let's not
God.
talk about bad movies. That's
Yeah, I
not
know.
fun.
I think my favorite Robin Williams movie. I think might have been. I think it was Hook. I liked Hook a lot. He was kind of cool in that movie. He was like, you know, he's a little older than that, but like, I think it was pretty cool in that one. Like, I mean, I kind of like Jumanji, like a little bit too. That was kind of interesting.
I like
but-
Jack when he plays the 10-year-old.
That was interesting. That was kind of interesting. Like Emily bombed, but I thought it was interesting. Like it was kind of. I've heard that happen to people, but you know, that's interesting. You have a favorite one, Mike?
Jumanji's good. I mean, Mrs. Doubtfire is a good.
Yeah, that was
movie.
pretty. That was pretty
Oh,
good.
it's
too.
funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah.
Were you a fan of Jack?
Not really.
Yeah, that was alright. Like it was okay, but like, I mean, he's been
It
in,
wasn't my favorite.
he's been in so many movies.
Yeah.
What
Like,
about
hard.
it just popped up to me, Aladdin?
Oh, that's kind of cool. He was a genie in that.
Yeah.
Like, he was.
I don't really think of him in that.
Yeah, the cartoons, I guess we don't really count.
Well, I'm saying like I am a fan. I just don't really like know a lot more movies other than those
Right.
4 particular movies.
Right. No. Well, he's.
Bicentennial.
Yeah, he's had a long career. Now he was on TV now the last couple of years, which I mean, pretty much every star is doing. But you know, he had a long career. I mean, he used to do a lot of HBO specials. He did that.
Well, he was in that movie where
comic
they-
relief stuff he started with like Billy Crystal, that Whoopi Goldberg, I think was in. That was a big
He
deal.
was in the movie where like he was like a teacher teaching about like numbers.
Oh,
and
Death
stuff.
Poet Society. That actually might have been.
No.
I mean, yeah.
I
Go ahead.
think Rooney's talking about Good Will Hunting.
Oh, Good Will Hunting. Yeah, the one he won an Oscar for. Yeah, that actually was really good. But he was in Dead Poet Society. That was a great. Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah, I like both.
That was great. Yeah, he's been in a lot of good movies.
I thought Hook was
Yeah.
a very good movie.
Hook, I mean, the way it started, it was kind of weird for me, and then like it built up. I was like, oh, that was pretty cool. But
Oh
they
yeah,
don't make
because
movies
like
like
it's
that anymore.
it's so interesting how Peter Pan has
Yeah, it was different.
has to figure out how to be Peter Pan again. This guy's
Yeah.
going back to like
He
is
must
all
have been
this
supposed to have been
stuff?
about. I think he was supposed to be about 40 in that movie. I think, kind of.
Hmm.
And then but it kind of looked weird when he dressed up like Peter Pan. He looked a little too old, but but it was interesting though. That's one of those movies that I have to watch again because like I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
Journal.
Rufio,
Some Rufio.
Oh.
You probably got roofies. We should get him a roofie cool lot. That's interesting. So, but I really want to go back to that Brady Belichick porn thing. That's a funny idea.
Well, look,
Would you
not
like?
literal porn.
Oh, and I got it, yo. You know what I
Okay.
got. But you see, that's something like you ever think the Patriots, everything like, but that's why this is the difference between like the Patriots organization, like the Bengals, they would never tone themselves down to something like that, you think, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just holding out hope, maybe like
the
Belichick
Dallas
last
Cowboys-
season, he'll be like, I'm just gonna do it.
Did
I'm gonna
Dallas
show
Cowboys
everybody.
ever do Hard Knocks?
Oh, I think they would. Jerry Jones is the ego
Wait,
of it.
didn't they do that?
I thought they did. I know the Jets did it. I'm trying to think what else did it. I know Cleveland did it. I think Miami did it. Miami did one.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Jerry Jones, what
Oh,
about
you're gonna bring
those
that up. I love it.
crazy photos?
Did you see that?
I didn't see
I heard that was 5 years ago, and they took that and they just
Not surprised.
posted it
Not surprised.
on U.S. News, like it was so new, but apparently it's not even new or relevant. Those photos were taken 5 years ago,
Yeah,
and
that's
the
what I heard.
media is acting like, oh, it's new. We're just gonna blow up the Cowboys again, like we always
That's hard to do anyway. It's really.
Doesn't matter, they're irrelevant anyway.
I know. I just wrote about the Cowboys eating it. I saw one of those photos. I don't care. I saw one of the photos in the New York Post, and it like saw him with some girl was on her knees. I'm like, what the hell was that? Who cares? Like, I don't pay attention to tabloids. Because to me, it comes up with this stuff just so they need a story to talk about. Jerry Jones I'm so over Jerry Jones.
A
like-
story that was
I mean,
5 years
seriously.
ago.
Yeah, but it's so ridiculous. Like Jerry Jones, this is one of these guys that needs to be in the spotlight. Like Donald Trump. I think Trump is worse, but this guy is one of these guys who has the ego the size of Central Park, that has to be in the headlines every day to make sure he builds his ego. And I bet you he planned half of that crap. To make him feel look better. What do you want? The Cowboys? Take a guess why the Cowboys suck. Him.
Poor man.
We're the only ones that's planned to realize how lousy he is. You can't be owner, general manager. You can't be the trainer. I mean, Jesus, he doesn't get it. He'll never
If he
will.
becomes football quarterback,
If he
calm
would,
down,
if he becomes a coach, I'm not gonna watch football again. That's an absolute travesty. But
I hope it happens just to see what McSwiggins does.
Oh,
Jerry
McSwiggan will go crazy.
Jones can do it all.
Oh my God, McSwiggan, this is for you, buddy. If Jerry Jones ever becomes coach in the NFL, kill yourself. Just take a gun, end it, or get hit by a car. I don't care, because that's the worst idea I've ever heard. Right?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard worse ideas than that?
I mean, Brett Favre is a high school football coach.
Oh,
now.
yeah, but he's all right. That's not. he's not gonna be a horrible coach. He's not very personable, if you ask me. He's got the personality of like, I don't know, a wet sponge. But I don't mind Brett Favre though. All right, you like Brett Favre?
Yeah, I like Brett Favre. I mean, it's kind of annoying because retiring.
Oh,
but,
that was
you know,
ridiculous, right? He
I
retired.
know, he
one time
just
to
said he
see
was
how-
gonna retire, but never really did it.
Yeah.
But they always do that though. These guys, they need to feel their bellies, their hearts.
I wish Derek Jeter was just lying about the whole thing.
Oh, here we go, Derek Jeter. Oh, God. Derek Jeter is, listen, I like Derek Jeter, really do, but, it feels like his swan song I feel like it's not as big as Rivera's was last year. Like, do you feel like it's not what I'm talking about?
I think Mariano Rivera is like the more.
No, I get
a
that.
greater player
Yeah.
in the scope of.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
baseball Anyway.
No, it's like, Jeter's like probably one of the top shortstops ever.
Yeah.
He's like fifth in
Mariano
baseball
Rivera's
ever.
like the
Yeah, I know, he's
greatest,
very close of all
whenever,
time, but that's unbelievable. Speaking of unbelievable, I'm gonna talk about NFL training camp when you come back. So stay tuned.
Yeah.